Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi ramp on the play for game one. I'll say ahead of time if I sound sniffly, if I'm sneezing, or sound off. I feel like my brain is trying to exit through my nose. I'm not sure if I'm sick, have a pseudo cold, or my allergies are acting up, or what, but all I know is my sinuses feel like they are pressurized. So, yeah, just want to give that forewarning, but I'll try and keep it to a minimum. Hollowed Fountain Shock after Skeleton Tarn Crack. Tameo. Interesting. Haven't seen a lot of Tameo recently. Blue does make me a bit concerned for a Force here, though. Temple is nice. We'll still imprint here. As I've learned, that is definitely advantageous. Ice Till is nice. And we'll pass. And pass. I guess actually we should hold. So what are we playing against? Tameo Azorius colors. Again, haven't seen Tameo too much recently. So nothing's coming to my mind right away, but I also could be missing something obvious. My mind's not all here today, I'll put it that way. Ice Still, Temple Mill, Emrakul to Yarn Pass. Could be Jeskai Control, but I don't feel like Jeskai Control normally runs Tameo, does it? So I don't know. Well, Jeskai Control maybe. Well, no. It is Jeskai. So that's the right colors. Does Jeskai normally run Tameo? Not that I'm aware of off the top of my head, but I could be wrong. Regardless, we'll figure it out. Next turn we have World Breaker. Do we want to play the Temple next turn? I guess we don't need to. Scouting Tarn, fetch 13. A basic mountain for Fable of the Mirror Breaker, sure. They'll attack, no blocks of course. Interesting, I chose not to attack, why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go Misty Rain, Mill, Fetch, Forest, Mill, Misty Rain, Mill, Sire, Fetch, Forest, Mill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm thinking we go Ugin here. And I'm tempted to hold up the Stomping Ground. Yes, I have an idea. I has ideas. Ugin will exile the Fable of Mirror Breaker. Ugin resolves. 0. K return. Exiles the Tameo. And go to combat. Swing for 2. Down to 11. And I mean, I'm not sure how they come back from this. We have one more forest. Opponent will pass. We'll draw. Devourer. We don't want to play Devour right now. So let's go Misty Rainforest. Fetch prior to the mill. Mill. And suppose we'll take Stomping Ground tapped and mill. Breaker. Breaker, break. Let's see. Double red, double white, single blue. We'll take out the blue. Opponent will scoop. Still don't entirely know what we're playing against. Opponent just didn't really cast much that game. Care turn out. I'm gonna say Dismember in. Yeah, we don't have much of an inclination. It's Jeskai something with Tamiyo. Let's see if I can find something that matches that. I mean, no, I don't think Blink runs. Well, okay. No, there might be a world. There might be a world where this is Jeskai Blink, but I'm not exactly sold on that idea. Huh. I feel like I'm missing something obvious, too. It's not Jeskai Control. Otherwise, we would have also seen Kahira, though I guess the Tamiyo says no to that. Huh. It's not Is It Control? Doesn't seem like Splinter Twin, unless they're splashing white, I guess, maybe? Jeskai Prowess, no. Oh, hold on. No. I was thinking maybe it could be Ascendancy combo, Jeskai Ascendancy, but it doesn't run Fable of Mirror Breaker, so that's not it. Yeah, my best guess it's a random brew. It could be Splinter Twin Splash White for it to fairy to interrupt combo. Oh, Splinter Twin did also get the new EW card. Maybe. Maybe. That is a possibility. Okay. Well, since we didn't really get too much of a read, I think we just run it back like this until we have a better understanding of what we're playing against. This isn't too bad. I'll keep. Opponent mulligan's down to 6. We'll pass. Sporific Springs Bolt for Tamiyo? Yes. We'll draw. Ice Tilla's nice. We'll pass. Would like to see a Rumble, though. Either that or a Lab. Both would be nice. Cake Man, too, for that matter. Tamiyo will attack. Let's fetch Surveil. Talisman. We'll put that on top. It's not my best draw, but it is a draw at least. And pass. Consign the Talisman? Be my guest. That is a-okay by me, friend. Flooded Strand, fetch, surveil. I do wonder if maybe I should have played the second forest. No, if the Talisman resolves and you found a soul land, that'd be better. So yeah, well, yeah. Trainer. Starting to look more and more like it might be Jeskai Splinter Twin. Fable again. Okay, didn't get too much information off that. Tamiyo will attack. Make a clue. We draw. Sprawl. I mean, if you want to force, that's fine. Scouting Tarn. The only thing I can think of here would be a Spell Pierce. Okay, or we're just going to surveil. Interesting. Sink to yard. Flare of Denial. Interesting. Okay, we'll pass. A bit surprised about that. But it feels like they're on the mana denial plan, but I'm not sure if that's where they want to be in the grand scheme. So again, 3 in hand. We know 1. There's the Fable. Sacred Fountain retapped, 1 in hand. Not holding up blue for Myco. Breaker. Ice Still, Verdant Catacomb Mill, and pass. Fable Trigger. Chooses not to pitch the 2 in hand. Interesting. Why would they not want to flip the Tamiyo here? Peculiar. Also attacking with the Goblin. Uh-huh. I mean, I'll block the Goblin. You can flip the Tamiyo right now, I suppose. Unless you have instant speed removal for Ice Still, Flame of Anor. Yeah, that's fine. We have the Myco Spawn Prime, so I actually kind of want to mill here in case we want to grab for a Shifting Wood. Speaker to yard, will pass. Okay, Tamiyo flips. Tamiyo will plus. Tamiyo did not plus for some reason. Alright. Myco kick. Double blue, triple white, double red. Thinking white blue here. Yield all. The F consign. You do. Unfortunate. We'll pass in full. You give me the body or give me the trigger. I'd imagine the body. Yep. That's fine. Not ideal, but fine. We'll pass. Reflections of Kiki Jiki. I would love to see a land off top so I can devour the Tamiyo. Blue-red. Trainer. Flame. You can now flame the Myco Spawn if you really want. Draw 2, deal 5 would be my guess. Yep. Trigger, 3 in hand. Land. K command. K command's interesting. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're short on Emrakul no matter how I look at it. So we can do a couple things here. I think we're going to start with Speaker. Hold up K command X1. Speaker resolves. We're going to pitch Breaker. And we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We can grab Emrakul. We'll hold K command if they try and pull a card off of Tamiyo. Paying cost. So definitely like Jeskai Wizards. But again, I'm not sure why the white splash. That so far has eluded me. So again, we'll have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to ramp just in case. Take the consign. And done. And pass. Now you could Reflections of Kiki-Jiki, the trainer, to try and find a solution, but they don't. Okay. Surprised. Pain Cost. Charmaw. Charmaw is relevant here for sure. Hits the temple. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, too short now. Charmaw. Uh-huh. That is problematic. Down to 10. Kiki-Jiki trigger. And draw. Sprawl is nice here. For green. So we have access to 2, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11 too short next turn. Though, do I just lose at this point? We take 8 in the air. We block you. We take 1. I mean, we're very likely going to lose here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Too short. Scouting Tarn fetch. Down to 13. And we'll hold. Oh, so this is, in fact, Splinter Twin. When this creature enters, untap each other merfolk you control as long as you attacked with 3 or more merfolk. Yep, so this is Splinter Twin. So splashing white for Deepway Navigator. That is the thought process here. Okay. That makes sense now. Yes. That does present lethal. I will concede. Actually, does it? We block. 8. Yeah, because if we block 8, 9, down to 1. I mean, not dead, but more or less at this point. Tameo plus. Draw card. Reflections of Kiki-Jiki. Tap in response. Yeah, I don't foresee us making it out of this one. Prismatic ending. Yeah, we'll just go next. We're good. Okay, so Dismember is still a yes. Majigga Bog's relevant. Gemstone out. We don't know what their mana base looks like as far as basics, but 3 colors, probably between 2 to 3 basics. So maybe we keep the Ice Tail loops. Not to mention we do want Ice Tail for the Charmaw. We could consider flutes. We've seen flares, but we haven't seen force. But maybe I should reference a Splinter Twin list to get a good idea. Let's see. Splinter Twin. Where is Splinter Twin? Is it Splinter Twin? Here we go. Okay. So, yeah, it looks like they don't run Force. They run Flare, Flame, Counterspell, Consult. So in that case, maybe bring in Heat. Maybe bring in Flute? I mean, Flute can name Tameo. You can also name Charmoth if we think it's relevant. And honestly, I think I'll just bring in one Heat and just call it. Let's do that. On the play for game 3, I will keep... I will reveal Trigger. When I kept opening 7, there's Speaker, there's Bog, there's Talisman. So tap, Temple, Rumble. Alternatively, could go Talisman. Speaker's also a consideration, but Jukabog's okay. Let's go with either Talisman or Sprawl. Speaker's also a consideration. You know what? We're going to grab Speaker. Stomping Ground tapped. And pass. And pass. So yeah, we'll have to be aware of Splinter Twin now that we know that it's Jeskai Splinter Twin. For sure. We'll draw. Speaker. Rumble. DF Spell Snare. That resolves, which means we can grab Lab. 2 types in Yard. We're pretty far off of Emrakul, so we're going to imprint Emrakul next turn and go for the kicked Myco. Scaling Tarn, Fetch, Surveil. Okay. Not a blue source, though, so maybe no consign. We'll see. Tapping, Prismatic Ending. We'll sack in response. Scouting Tarn. We'll draw. Sprawl. The issue now becomes that they have double red. They can pop my Temple with a Charmaw, yeah? They need one more land in Charmaw. So I'm thinking the right move might be Speaker here, pitch Sprawl. Either that or Speaker pitch Emrakul, but Sprawl seems like the better choice. That's annoying either ways. Let's go Sanctum. Cast Speaker. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I mean, at least next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we'll still be short. Steam Vents. You can sign the search. Alright, so we're right to play around the consign. And I suppose we'll pass at this point. I'm actually okay with the consign being played there. It's not the end of the world. Alright, do you have the Charmaw? Worst could be a Blood Moon, I suppose. But given your mana base, I don't think you're going to play the Blood Moon. No Charmaw either. Potentially holding up another consign. K command. Interesting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We could angle towards Emrakul. Let's imprint the Devourer. Cast Sprawl. 4 green. And we'll pass and hold up K command. We're going to use it as permission. Pain cost for Wear Tear. Pretty rude. But that's fine. That's all you got. I'm not all too concerned about it. Charma only casts 2 now is the only downside. Sporific Springs Bolt down to 11. Beginning of combat. I'm thinking we are going to tap, untap, ramp, and exile or scry. Draw exile 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we want to cast Emrakul. We will need to ramp. And done. Pain cost. There's the consign we wanted to play through. Okay. Tamia will attack. Gets a clue. 2 cards in hand. We've already eaten through 2 consigns. Forest. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, I think if there was a time to go for it, it might be now. And just try and force Emrakul through. So again, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So tap, untap. Emrakul. Sanctum trigger. Yield all. Pain cost. You have a 3rd consign. Jesus. Okay. Opponent apparently had all of the interaction in hand. We'll pass. Land. 1 card in hand. I imagine you might flip the Tamio here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 short of Devour if they do. Pain cost. Breaker, or Mirror Breaker rather. Yep, that's fine. We'll draw. Forest. I mean, they can't flip the Tamu of the Breaker as it stands. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mycospawn. Kick your double red. So you have triple blue. I'm gonna say probably red white. Triple blue, triple white, double red. Actually, no, we'll go red blue. We're gonna grab Shifting Woodland, because Shifting Woodland represents lethal damage. Do I want to attack here? don't think there's a reason not to. We'll attack. Down to 9, especially now, because, yeah, you're lethal even with trample damage from Emrakul of Shifting Wood. Steam Vents tapped. Shock. Oh, to crack a clue. Okay. Digging. Bit of a desperate play. Draw a card. And hold. Kiki Jiki. Or rather, Fable to Mirror Breaker. Pitch 2. Or rather, discards 1. Discards 1, plays a island. What's your last card, friend? If it's not a Charmaw, I'm pretty sure it's GG's. And Tamiyo is a must, not a may on the crack. Consult, dig 5, pull 1. Again, looking for the Charmaw, it seems. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have Devour next turn regardless. So even if they find the Charmaw, we can devour it. And also crack the Sanctum. Opponent is passing. No, opponent is attacking with Tamiyo. Interesting. Yep, that's fine. We'll draw. Breaker. Target Emrakul. One, two, three, 4, 5. Yeah. GG's. Go to combat. Swing. Pain cost. For what could you possibly try and find? Emrakul's pro instant, so unless you play Solitude out of nowhere. I was about to say, I don't think there's a way out of the Shifting Woodland Emrakul. Alright, we'll be back for match number 2. Alright, and we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. Would love to see a lab off top. Is this energy? Looks like it at a glance. Could be Zoo or Blink, technically. Windswept Teeth pass. Ragavan will attack. Ragavan will pilfer. Pilfer's a K command. That's fine. Not fine, but fine. So it looks like energy if I had to guess. But again, it could still be Zoo. Could still be... Ooh, hold on. Godless Shrine. Ocelot Pride. Mardu energy? Interesting. So why the black splash? I imagine for a Seize Push would be my best guess. But surprised to see it. Second Ocelot Pride. End step. So we're looking for a K return at this point. Surveil. Laptop. Draw. Lab. Imprint. Cast. And cast and pass. Yeah, we need to return ASAP. But we're starting to ramp pretty heavily here. We're able to kick Maiko on 3, which isn't the best play into energy, but it might be able to slow them down a bit, present a blocker, and ramp into this Ugin, is my thought process. K command, would I like that? Now that we have the talismans on board. What say you, opponent? Yeah, I mean, being on the draw against energy if a Ragavan on one is just never a good position to be in. Ragavan, busted card. Who would have tunk? Paying cost for Season Pyro. Pitch 2 lands. That was to our benefit. If they had pitched and made elementals, then they would have had City's Blessing, and that would have been bad. That would have been very bad. Paying cost. Ocelot Pride, trigger 1. City's Blessing, trigger 2. Still not great. We'll draw. Devourer. What does this look like? So, 2. Let's assume 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And let's assume we can only block 2 down to 13. We'll concede. We're good. We do not have the ability to win there. Excuse me. When there's one sneeze, there's at least another 3 behind it. Excuse me again. Alright. So, we want to bring in heat. Gemstone out. Ghost Quarter out. And I think we don't want to take out Emrakul. Let me verify that. That's not what I wanted. There we go. That's what I want. Let's see. Against Energy, Emrakul, and then Gemstone, and then usually one more that we haven't really decided on. I think Ghost Quarter's fair. There's not a lot of times that we're going to go for the Ghost Quarter loops. Emrakul can kind of hard between Land Destruction, Thraben Charm, sometimes Ghost Vacuum. So I think we run it back like this. Alright, on the play for game 2, I will keep one goes down to 6. Yeah, Formidable Speaker on 2 as a blocker, which is nice. We also get to dig. Probably pitching the Emrakul. Question's what we dig for. Rather tutor for, more accurately. Maybe Mycospawn to try and just go for the Sire. Because once Sire hits board, pretty hard for them to win. Go green and pass. And pass. Arid Mesa fetch. Sacred Foundry shock. Down to 17 for Ocelot Pride. We'll draw. Ice Till. Shock. Speaker. Speaker pitch Emrakul for Mycospawn. And pass. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, I'm tempted to go for Mycospawn into Temple next turn. Gala Shrine Shock, Guide of Souls, Ocelot Pride. Yeah, so I think we need to go into Sire ASAP. Either that or find a K return. Or both. Sanctum. I will play the Stomping Ground. Shock. We could play the Ice Till instead, but I think it's correct to go Myco. If we had fetches, I think I'd be a bit more tempted. We'll play the Temple. And pass. No attacks. And hold. Next turn we have Sire. Arena of Glory. Thankfully they can't charm all. They're one short. The only way they get through Sire is a Thraben Charm. Hasting. What are you hasting? Voice of Victory. Okay. So this will make a pretty big board. We'll pass in full. Not much more we can do. So he'll float the voice, but then we block the tokens, so then you don't get the additional tokens, but you get the city's blessing, I guess is the point here, yeah? So we'll block and block. So make the cat tokens. Yep, that's a lot of cats. We'll draw. Rumble. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In that case, I'm going to start with Rumble here. Rumble. I was really hoping to see a return off the top there, I'll be honest. Grab the Wooded Foothill. Play the Wooded Foothill and crack. For a forest. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Cyrus, 7 death. We'll pass. They can still do a plenty of damage here, but I don't think they can kill me, thankfully. We'll pass in full. If we had found a return there, that would have been fantastic. We would have been able to sweep the board and land the Sire. But unfortunately, no such luck. 4 types in yard. And the only reason why I didn't go for the Sanctum play is because they would have been able to charm off if they had a land. I wanted to avoid that. Bombardment. Well, that's unfortunate. So I believe they have lethal damage here. If they attack all out, they can sacrifice whatever I block. Yes. So they should win here. Okay. I mean, they still might just win regardless, I suppose. Bombardment sack, 4, 8. Yeah, they have lethal damage regardless. They don't even need to go to combat. They can just sack the cats and sack their board and kill me. Well, not too much you can do about that. I mean, we had a solid start, but double Ocelot Pride and Guide of Souls, pretty good. Pretty good. I still maintain the card they should have banned was Guide of Souls, but here we are. Alright. Well, we'll be back for match number 3. Alright, and we're back for match 3 on the play for game 1. I will keep. Hand seems decent. Verdant Catacomb. Fetch. For a forest. Sprawl. For green. And pass. And pass. Marsh Flats fetch 19. Sacred Foundry Shock. Is this energy again? Certainly looks like it. We'll draw. Forest. Play Temple. And hold. Beginning of combat. I'm going to ramp and exile the Ragavan. And done. Ragavan down. Next turn we have Breaker. We're 3 short Emrakul, Parlor Surveil, a Johnny Tillard, Guide of Souls, draw, Forest, and Breaker. I will hit the Foundry and pass, and pass. I want to pocket this Bajuka Bog, but opponent says let's go next. Sounds good to me. We'll bring in the Heat, trim a Rumble, trim a Ghost Quarter, trim a Emrakul, and run back. Alright, I imagine I'll be on the draw for game 2. What say you, opponent? Hand's okay. I'll keep it. Leaning heavily towards Emrakul. We'll keep. We'll pass. Flooded Strand fetch, 19. Sacred Foundry Shock. Hopefully not a Ragavan. It is a Ragavan. Surprise, surprise. K command is nice. Well, in that case, I'm tempted to play the Temple here in case we find a Soul Land off top. Let's do that. I'll play the Temple and pass. We'll hold in case it's relevant. Ragavan will attack. Ragavan will connect. And Ragavan will pilfer. Finds Bajuka Bog. That's fine. And doesn't play anything. Now that's weird. I'll play the Forest and we'll hold. Fetch. Surveil. They didn't go for a basic, so it's not Blood Moon, but it certainly could be Charmaw is my concern. Combat. K command. Ramp and exile the Ragavan. Done. Ragavan down. We'll go to second main. What is this? Ranger Captain. ETB. And finds Ragavan. Okay. That is fine by me. We'll draw. So in that case, we'll play Windswept Teeth fetch for a Forest. Ice Till. Windswept Teeth mill. And hold. Pain cost for discharge. So double discharge, it looks like. Pretty unfortunate. Discharge, yep. 3 types in yard, 4 types in yard. Ragavan will connect. Ragavan will pilfer a Forest. Would have liked that, actually. End step, fetch, and surveil. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. K return top. And draw. So in that case, I will play Talisman or Rumble. Let's play Rumble. I'd like to find a land here. Grab Temple I mean, they can play Charmal regardless, so yes, we'll grab Temple. Play Temple. Cast Talisman. And hold K return. Marsh Flats fetch. Down to 15. Surveil. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Next turn we have Emrakul. Ranger Captain a Yard. Goes to draw, goes to main, goes to combat. Kozilek's return. We'll pass. Ranger Captain will connect. We're down to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One short. We'll draw. Well, that makes things interesting. I don't like how low our life total is, if I'm being completely honest. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we could play Emrakul, or we could play Ugin, get rid of Ranger, and gain some life. I mean, if they had a Flage, I feel like they would have played Flage. Emrakul does end the game in 2 turns. It also presents a sweeper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 12, 13. So we can go Gemstone, Talisman, Emrakul. Yeah, I'll just do this. And Emrakul, K return, no. Body hits the board, our turn, double Arid Mesa, encampment, go to main. We'll just sack, we'll Arid Mesa, fetch. You do have a Sacred Foundry, so I think I'm going to Sacred Foundry Shock here. Shock, down to 12. We'll sack Ranger Captain, and we'll pass, and pass. So now Emrakul's lethal on board. And I don't think you really have a way to deal with an Emrakul, so more or less the answer is you have to kill me, but I don't think you can. I guess you could Flage, and then Flage Escape. Voice of Victory won't do much. We know the last card in hand's a land. That's GG's. We'll be back for match 4. Alright, and we're back for match 4. On the play for game 1, I'll keep. Opponent's supposedly on mill, which is a bit concerning here for obvious reasons. So we'll see what comes of that. We'll play a forest and pass. And pass. Island. Crab. Looks like mill to me. We'll draw. Speaker. Well, we have to do what we gotta do. We'll fetch and play a forest. I don't want to rumble as well. We'll rumble. Grab Sprawl. And pass. Do you have an archive trap? You do not. That's good to know. So we can fetch without much of a concern then. Surgical Decay command makes sense. I need to get to this early Sire or to an Emrakul. So the Speaker actually is going to be a huge help. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Neutral, -1. Yeah, really good. Be able to play a Speaker without issue. Crab Mill. There's a K return to yard. Preordain. Bottom, draw. And passing. We'll draw. Spawn. Sprawl for green. Windswept Teeth fetch for a forest. And then do we Speaker or Myco here? Huh. I'm thinking we go Talisman to Speaker, pitch K return. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, at the very least, we can kick a Myco spawn next turn. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're one off of Emrakul. Pitch K return. And we'll grab the Emrakul, yes. We'll pass. So if we draw into a land, we have Emrakul, or if they mill more types, then we can play Emrakul as well. Fatal Push. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're now 2 short. Shock, 13 mil. Yeah, have to be careful about milling now. If we draw into a land, you mill, let's say, a artifact? No. Enchantment? No. Looks like Planeswalker and Kindred, but you got rid of the K command, so it'd just be Planeswalker that you would be able to mill now. Otherwise, we'll play Myco into Temple. Paying cost, Tasha's. Yeah, Emrakul, Stomping Ugin. We'll draw. Sanctum, Myco Kick. Myco Kick, Watery Grave, yield all. And I will grab... So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Shifting Woodland is 13. I will grab Shifting in that case. And pass. And pass. Crab. Mill. And mill. 7 types in yard. And draw. Let's first go to combat. Attack with Myco. No blocks. All the triggers. Yield all. No. Yes. No. Does the body hit the board? Paying cost. Drown in the lock. Thing is, we have shifting. So if needed, we can shifting target Emrakul in yard and win. Emrakul resolves. We'll pass. We played around the archive trap. There's a Boro. Go to main. So Colosseum, sacrifice this land. Target player draws 3 and then discards 3. So I'm going to target you. Let's see. We do not want Liliana. I do not want Field of Ruin. I don't want Archive Trap. Opponent will scoop it up. We'll take the win. Solid win against Mill. Okay. So, I mean, K returns are kind of interesting because once they're in yard, they can be used to sweep, but we don't want to rely on that. So, I'm thinking return out, Bajuka Bog out. I mean, we have to trim our rumbles almost entirely. Same thing with the Ice Tills. So, Vexing Bauble, Flute in. Dismembers in. I'm not sure about Trinisphere. Heat maybe. Maybe something like this. Yeah, because we really don't want the rumbles. I mean, hell, I'm even tempted to take out a Devourer for the second K return. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, let's run it back. I can keep looking for a soul land, reveal, and pass. Fetch Scouting Tarn down the 19, Watergrave Shock 17 4, Preordain. Preordain's fine. Bottom draw, Devour trigger. There's Lab, we'll take the Lab. Lab, Imprint, Talisman, pass, and pass. Island, 4, Glimpse, we see K return, we'll draw, Emrakul, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'll play Forest. Talisman. Well, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's no guarantee that they mill over another type, though's the problem. So let's do this. As much as I don't want to play into an Archive Trap here, I think we have to. Might go spawn, because 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. We'll grab a temple. Do you have an Archive Trap? You do. They did mill another type to yard. And they did not hit our Emrakul. Colosseum. Fractured Sanity. 14 down to 11. Well, there's Breaker 6. Alright. We'll draw. Flute. 7. 6. Which means we get the hold up Flute. Emrakul. K return triggers. Yield all. No. No. Combat. Swing for 3. Lethal's on board. This board state looks familiar. Archive Trap Tishana's Fatal Push. We'll draw. Fractured Sanity. So in that case, we're going to go to main. So you do not have enough cards in yard is the problem. Yeah, you need Threshold, which is 7 or more in yard. Each opponent mills. So we can do a few things here. So we can push. Well, that turns on Colosseum. We don't really care about Micah. We don't care about push. The problem is Fractured Sanity kills us. And Tishana's might, but Fractured definitely does. That much is a fact. Second Emrakul is actually left in our deck. So in the 10, the second Emrakul will potentially save us from the Tishanas. So what I'm worried about is Fractured Sanity instead. We could cycle it, but I don't want to do that. So I think we just flute them, leave the push, leave the Tishanas. We can't do anything about the Archive Trap, but unless they force me to search, we're fine. So I think we just flute Fractured. Yes. So flute. Name Fractured Sanity. We'll leave them to Tishanas. And at this point, we'll just pass in full. And pass. So I think it comes down to this Tishana's laughter, which again, we have an Emrakul left, which means that should count for 13 of the 20. And we've seen a lot of lands already, so chances are we should survive the Tishanas. And if they somehow kill the Emrakul, we have shifting. Land, so that was their draw. Tishanas only hit 5 because one of them was the Emrakul. We got there. Perfect. Solid win against Mill. We'll be back for match 5. Alright, and we're back for match 5 on the play for game 1. I'll keep. Not my favorite hand, but the K command is appealing. We'll pass. And hold on the off chance it's relevant. Polluted Delta, fetch. Steam Vent Shock for Preordain. Bottom, draw. Bobble. We'll draw K command. I will play the Stomping Ground Shock, and from what I can see, opponent's not playing Force, but is playing Flare and Counterspell. So we're going to cast the K command. Let's do it now. Really don't want a Forest here. We'll bottom that, Talisman, and pass. And hold. Right now we're just trying to angle towards this Ugin. Bobble, target self. Do you like what you see on top is the question. I wonder if they're Landlight. Verge. Want this Trainer. So they do play Flare, so we have to play around that now. Kiki Jiki, we'll pass. Bobble Trigger, we'll draw. Myco Spawn. One short of a kicked Myco. So I'm thinking we go Sanctum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it'd still be short. Talisman. And I think I'll just hold at that point. We could K command X1. I'm not sure if that will be necessary. We'll see. Trainer. Down to 17, Scouting Tarn fetch. Is this the Fable? It is the Fable, so they're tapped out. Do we want a K command here? Let's K command. Rampant Scry draw. Shifting Wood top. The fact they let that resolve as quickly as they did makes me think that we might be in the clear for the Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not sure we need shifting right now, so I'm going to say bottom, temple, draw, ghost quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 minus 4 does not work. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now. Trying to think of a way if we could get to the Myco spawn. We could not even Myco spawn into Ugin. So I think we just go temple. And let's go with Ugin here. Sanctum of Ugin. Ugin. Let's get rid of the Fable. Yes. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, I think Cyrus 7 death is almost impossible for them to deal with. I'll grab Sire. Ugin plus draw and pass. And pass. Scouting Tarn. Go to combat. Swing for 3 at me, not at Ugin. Interesting. Down to 17. Is this a sink in the stupor? Sure. We'll draw. Malevolent Rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could Myco spawn kick and attempt a sweep. That is a tempting thought here. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's play the gemstone and kick with Myco spawn. Myco kick, target steam vents. Lab imprint. Ugin. And we'll hold the K return. Fetch in response. And pass. This way they don't have access to a counter spell. Again, it doesn't seem like they have the flare. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Ugin's offline next turn, but Sire is on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I think so. We're good to Rumble and Sire. Overall, we're just in a very positive position right now. What say you, friend? So it's more or less Is It Wizards. Doesn't look like Splinter Twin's involved. But has 5 cards in hand. All unknown. They're thinking hard here. Either that or hardly thinking, not sure which. Well, methinks opponent may have stepped away from keyboard. So we are going to pause here and be back once they've passed priority. Alright, looks like opponent cast Kiki Jiki, or Reflections, Fable to Mirror Breaker, Jesus. Yep, that's fine. We'll draw. Forest, let's go to combat. Attack for 3. They have counter magic up right now. Let's start with Rumble. Does Rumble resolve? Flooded Strand, fetch 11. Island for counterspell, Spell Snare, that's fine. K return. We'll say yes. And Surveil. Verdant Cat to Yard. And pass. Next turn we can play Ugin. But again, now that Sire's on board, I'm not entirely sure how they deal with it. I guess they could double heat or flame heat. Could always sink again, but that'll cost them some life. Actually, I guess they can flame heat or double heat because they don't have enough life. So their only option here is the sink. Yeah, I think they just lose here. Like, I'm looking at their list right now, because even the Crackling Drake would not be big enough since it's an X4. Yep. Methinks the Sire's GG's. What say you, opponent? Do you think that's the case? Opponent will pass. We'll find a K return. We'll go to combat. Swing. And Snapcaster. Snapcaster for the sink. Sure. You want to pay the 7. Uh-huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will cast Kozilek's Return. The player on a flare. And opponent will scoop it up. We'll take the win. Solid. Alright. Looking at their sideboard. They have Consign, of course. Fluster Storm, Stern Scolding. But no land destruction. Heat and Dismember will do the job here. Let's bring in Heat. We definitely want Bajukabog because of the Snapcast. They run 4 basics, so I'm not thinking we need the Ice Still package. K-Return's okay. I'm not sure if it's entirely necessary, but it does sweep their board from yard. It does sweep everything with the exception of Drake and Subtlety from hand. So maybe we keep as is. I mean, they only run 2 flares. I'm not thinking Bobble. They play 2 subtleties. Yeah, I think we just run it back as is in that case. So normally we would trim a Rumble. I guess the question is, do we want the Ice Tills? Maybe? Like, even without the package, do we still want Ice Till? Maybe do it like that. Maybe Trim Ugin since it gets hit by Subtlety. But I guess everything gets hit by Subtlety. Huh. Let's run it back. Maybe do this. Bring an A Dismember. Yeah, let's do that. Gemstones start. Yes, I like this. I will keep. I will play. I will pitch a forest or the commercial. I'm thinking forest here. And we'll pass. Bobble. Bobble targets self or me. Targets me. Okay. Island. Bobble trigger. And draw. Lab. Temple. We'll hold. Scouting Tarn. We're going to use the K command as permission for the Myco. And done. Breaker top. No. Consign. Breaker. Imprint breaker. And a turn 2 kicked Myco spawn. Pretty good start, if I do say so. Myco kick, hit the island. Yield all. No consigns. No Snapcaster into Flare. Solid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can go 6, 7. Though I think we go Sanctum 6. And pass. Scouting Tarn fetch 19. Surveil. And people ask me, why do you play Gemstone? This is a fantastic example as to why. Because Gemstone just allows for some insane acceleration on the draw. We'll draw. Devourer. We'll fetch for a forest. And Breaker break. Sanctum trigger. Breaker hits Slumbering Falls. Opponent just says, lol, and concedes. GG's. Alright, I mean... turn 2 kicked Myco spawn into a turn 3 breaker. You can't play Magic if you don't got lands, friends. With that being said, that there will be a 4-1 record at the end of 5 for tonight's league. As always, if you did enjoy tonight's video, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you'd see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback. Be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me and both my success and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you're enjoying the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. However, if you would like to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenge. Otherwise, you can head over to my Patreon where you can find these videos ad-free and early. With that being said though, folks, I will see you next time. Bye-bye!